and welcome to the Best Buy blog. My name is Ray, and in this video I'll be reviewing 6 different watches from Citizen. Citizen is doing something kind of interesting with these watches, so while I unbox them and you can kind of get a peek at what's in each box and what the watches look like, I'm going to tell you all about it. The Citizen CZ line is their line of smartwatches, and UQ is their technology that they're rolling out. These watches run on Google's Wear OS 3, but they're also powered by IBM Watson. So Citizen is using Watson to create what they're calling UQ, and it's an AI-powered, gamified approach to wearable technology. So these watches are taking in all of the data that you get from a normal smartwatch, things like your activity levels, your sleep, your fitness, your heart rate, your pulse ox, and then they're condensing all of that data down into what Citizen calls the power gauge. Then from there, they give you a power gauge graph, as well as like a little interactive watch screen. So the power gauge graph shows you when your body is anticipated to be at its peak and lowest levels of alertness, and then it gives you a window of time where you're most likely to experience those peaks and valleys. Along with the gauge, UQ gives you an hourly power score plus power fixes. So if you're noticing a drop in your alertness, your watch is actually going to suggest what you can do to minimize that drop or cue it up for a better time of the day. What that means is that beyond tracking, these smartwatches are a way to optimize your performance through the day. You can use all of their features with or without UQ, like it's not mandatory, you don't have to listen to it, but it's pretty unique, and it's something that I think is going to catch on. Like as we progress with smart technology, people are going to want to find ways not just to track what's going on in their bodies, but get the most out of every single day. In this review, I've got 3 different parts of the CZ watch line. They're the sport watches, the casual watches, and the hybrid watches. The one that you can see right now with this gold bracelet is one of their casual watches, and it's got a slightly smaller watch face, 41 millimeters. The silver watch bracelet that you see in this video is also out of the casual line, and then you can identify the sport models by their black uniform ring bezel on the outside. Both the sport watches and the casual watches run on PQ2, so you'll find that the functions are more or less identical. They have the exact same charge time and run time. That's a day, 24 hours on a 40-minute charge, and the charger is that nice little magnet that you saw earlier. These watches have a 3-dial design. It's identical in all of the watches, and those dials can be used to guide you through your menus, flip between apps, stuff like that. They can track your heart rate, pulse ox levels, sleep quality, and send you push notifications. You can even use them with Alexa voice integration and as a speakerphone for phone calls. You'll also find that they have an OLED screen, a Gorilla Glass finish, a gyroscope, an altimeter, a barometer, and an accelerometer. But the one thing that they don't have is waterproofing. You can't take these watches into the shower, the rain, the pool. Finally, in this flat lay, you'll see the hybrid Citizen smartwatches. Those are the 2 on the right, and they look almost like they're analog watches. They've got a different type of screen called an MIP display, and it almost pixelates with what looks like ink. If you know the difference between looking at an iPad and looking at an ebook reader, that's the difference between the previous watches and these watches. What that means is that you don't have the same level of interactive screen, but the screen does change, and it can be customized and adjusted, and you can change your watch face and change what it's giving you for readings and everything like that, but you get a way longer battery life. So on that 40-minute charge, instead of getting 24 hours, you get 18 days. Overall, I really enjoyed getting to test out these smartwatches from Citizen. They're well built, stylish, and offer a ton of features with excellent app integration, and that AI-powered UQ is really cool. For more on these watches, make sure you check out my full review at the Best Buy blog. Thanks for watching.